Okay. Once you feel like you got a pretty good handle on that, the second step in the process is product research. So now we've done the market, we know what the market wants. Now it's time to turn our attention as the marketer to the product and look at this product realistically, and look at this product as, you know, in true terms, and say, now what can this product do on this list? And that's the difference. Not what can this product do. The average human being has between 5 and 10,000 skills, everything from eye blinks and respiration to integral calculus and everything in between. But it's not a matter of putting every skill down that you can do. What are the skills that you can do as the product that is on this list? That's what you want to consider. So you take the list that you've generated, put your pen down, get out a highlighter, and start highlighting the skills on that list that you believe you have an above average ability to do. Now, you won't highlight them all. If you're honest, if you're truly honest with yourself, you will not highlight them all. There'll be some things on the list that you can't do yet because maybe you haven't had the education, you haven't had the experience, something. You're missing something that means you can't check that off yet. Okay? So what do you do with those things that you can't highlight, that the employer would like to have, but you don't possess? Well, mentally, emotionally, roll them up into a small ball and toss them. Don't worry about them. You can't focus on right now on the things that you can't do. That doesn't mean that you should drop out of school and don't worry about it. You continue to build your skill set. But your resume is a snapshot of you right now. And as you grow and as you gain skills, this resume will be added to and enhanced. So we're going to get back to that, developing those skills as you go. But right now, if you don't have them, we're not going to worry about them. We're going to just get rid of them emotionally. Maybe even physically. Why don't we do a small ball and toss them? Whatever. But if you don't have the skills, we're going to go back and get them. But we can't talk about things that we can't do on a resume. That'd be silly, right? But the problem that most people's resumes that we look at come from is not the skills, not that subset of skills. It's those skills that you can do which are not a part of the job. That's what we call fluff in a resume. And fluff manifests itself in a lot of different ways. But fluff comes from the things that you can do which have no bearing on the job. The things about you which have no bearing on the job. And sometimes fluff is very easy to see. You see things like people's resumes that say, I like rock climbing and bungee jumping and shooting fish in a barrel, I don't know, something. And you look at that as, and say, what has that got to do with the job you're trying to seek? Well, you're just telling me about you. That's fluff. If you tell me about you that it pertains to the job, that's important. That's content. The other stuff is just fluff. But sometimes fluff is harder to see. Sometimes fluff manifests itself in your education. Sometimes people, when they write resumes, they will list every school they attended in every phase of their life. I've had 3 people in my professional career here at UAB who've listed every job that they've ever attended, every school they've ever attended, all the way back to daycare, believe it or not. And that's irrelevant. Where you went to daycare is irrelevant. Where you went to elementary school is irrelevant. Where you went to middle school is irrelevant. Even high school, at this level, and college level, high school credentials are irrelevant. It's history. And it's not about history. It's about skills. And that's what you got to get into your head. This is about skills. And so the only things that would be relevant in this case would be your work here at UAB, the degree you're trying to seek at UAB. The fact that you've got a degree or will be getting a degree is what's important here.